Hey, church family, as we come to the end of 2023, I think we can all agree that we have once again experienced God's abundant goodness to our church. There's so much to be thankful for, so much more than we can include in this brief video, but as you'll see, we're going to do our best to hit some of the highlights.
As we think about these highlights, maybe the most obvious one is the completion of our Make Him Known campaign. It's crazy to think that it's been 2 years that we kicked off this initiative by reemphasizing our disciple-making mission, introducing our 9 characteristics of discipleship, and asking the church to connect, serve, and give like never before. We've said it a lot over the last 2 years that the focus of this whole campaign has been to make Jesus known here, near, and everywhere. With those 3 categories in mind, we want you to hear some stats and stories from our staff that highlight just a snippet of God's work at UBC in 2023.
Part of our vision has been to make Jesus known here among the people who are already at our church. Doing so required us to start new groups and new ministries that help people connect into Christian community. We have started 10 new growth groups with many leaders stepping up to the plate. Record numbers in growth groups means more people knowing Christ relationally on a weekly basis. We've seen the divorce care group launch, and our men started meeting monthly for breakfast and devotionals. Fall 2023 saw the launch of our young adults ministry known as YAM, and they have hit the scene with a bang. The future is bright for groups here at UBC.
There's been a lot going on generationally at UBC this year. It's been fun watching our senior adult ministry connect and serve alongside our young adult ministry, most recently as they caroled together at the Christmas Caroling Jam. Our generational ministries have grown and deepened over the past year. Steuben has grown by 45 students this year to an average of 110 students at each Sunday night. Our U Kids has added 60 kids to their number, averaging close to 200 kids each Sunday. This growth has meant that we've needed more volunteers, but UBC, you've stepped up and filled in the gaps this year. We've been excited to see our students grow and step into leadership at their schools through the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Beaver Creek High School and Coy Middle School. Our students also started to lead worship on Sunday nights, and they're investing in the U Kids by becoming small group leaders on Sunday mornings. We're also excited that U Kids has a team of people leading live worship every Sunday morning for our children.
At the beginning of our campaign, we committed to making Jesus known to people who were near but not yet connected to our church. And in order to connect with them, we needed to make more room in our facilities. This year, we were amazed to see the result of what God laid on the heart of UBC's leadership. We witnessed the completion of the new auditorium here at Main, the renovation of the UBC chapel and multi-purpose room, and the almost finished progress with the UBC East Lobby. With expanded and renovated on-campus facilities, we've definitely been able to minister to more people. Every Sunday, new people attended our Sunday morning services for the first time. We were intentional in creating spaces so that new guests could quickly identify where to check in their kiddos and find helpful information in our spacious lobby.
Throughout the week, our facilities have been in use for various ministries. Our expansion gave us the space to host multiple events at the same time, like the Veterans Dinner, Men's Bible Study, Women's Bible Study, student ministry events, and worship nights. And it has equipped us to invite those who are not yet connected to church life. We helped new people catch the mission and vision of our church during the UBC 101 classes and the Make Him Known group. This year, we have seen over 600 new people engage with UBC, either on a morning worship service, Awana, student ministries, and events throughout the week, like growth groups, care groups, mercy ministries, missions trips, and fellowship events. We have recognized the goodness of God during the entire building process. And in late November, we received the final building inspection for the UBC East Lobby, thus receiving all the necessary building requirements for permanent occupancy for our entire campus. For over 2 years, we've made relational connections with hundreds of local contractors, vendors, inspectors, and government officials. Some of these people have started attending UBC and have made it their church home. We know it was never about building a building. It has always been about helping people know Christ and make Him known.
In 2023, God continued to mature and grow UBC as we engaged to make Him known everywhere. By His grace, we were able to launch a new Mercy Ministries core team with 5 members who facilitate different facets of Mercy Ministry within our church. They have been active in sharing the love of Christ with people in need. For example, our Call to Care ministry has 3 teams supporting families who foster children. The Pro-Life ministry held 6 informative prayer meetings on Issue 1. We lovingly shed light on the matter, praying for struggling parents and the unborn in our community. In addition, the Mercy Corps team then established a refugee ministry and the Fix-It team. The refugee ministry is enabling our church to help the sojourners in our community with assimilation through ESL classes and meeting their basic needs of living. The Fix-It team recently assisted a single mother by moving furniture from her house and generously gifted it to a student in need, displaying Jesus' love in action through acts of kindness.
By God's grace and your generosity, UBC provided 520 Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes. We also increased our support to 18 missionaries, in addition to providing support to the International Missions Board and the North American Missions Board. And UBC members and regular attenders participated in 24 mission trips. This is just a glimpse into God's work in our missions and mercy ministries in 2023. And we look forward to 2024 as the Lord continues to grow disciples at UBC who make His name known everywhere.
So as we remember God's work here, near, and everywhere, we hope you are encouraged. To put it plainly, God has done far beyond all we could ask or imagine this year.
Yeah, I agree. And let me just add some extra quick bullet points and statistics that may bring back some good memories and hopefully encourage your heart as well. From a preaching standpoint, this year we concluded our 2-year series in the book of Acts. We heard the stories of God's transforming power in our series called Brand New. We addressed the topics of voting, same-sex relationships, and female pastors in another round of our Asking for a Friend series. We encouraged people toward life together in our Connected series, and we worked our way through the book of Ruth, and then our sermon series on Mercy Ministries helped us conclude our Make Him Known initiative. Speaking of which, check out these stats from the Make Him Known campaign. Not only did the Lord allow us to achieve our financial goal of $4.5 million, but as of the time of this filming, we have currently received over $6.2 million in giving. Guys, that number came from over 850 different donors, 478 of whom made their very first financial gift to our church. Your giving has allowed us to bring on a handful of new staff members this year, people like Bill Letcher, who joined us as our Director of Connections and Community Life, 2 more part-time staff for our facilities, people like Carissa Crum, Louisa Ewing, Bryson Jackson came on as Director of Groups, and then he decided to marry our tech team leader, Skylar, whose last name is now Jackson because they got married, right? So as we think about leadership in our church, we are praising the Lord for also bringing on 7 new deacons to serve the members of our church. And speaking of the members of our church, 137 new members have joined our church this past year, plus 47 different people have gone public through their faith in baptism. I hope that greatly encourages you.
And as you know, every number includes a name. Every stat has a story. Because ministry isn't just about running programs, it's about reaching people. These are the things that stats don't always communicate clearly, but we praise God for this kind of work that He's been doing all year.
Yeah, just remembering those stories makes me incredibly grateful for the soul-saving gospel, the life-changing power of the Holy Spirit. And so to God be all the glory for the good things that He's done in our church over this past year. And although 2023 has come to an end, the work of the church hasn't. So by His grace, we're going to continue our disciple-making mission, helping people become wholehearted followers of Jesus Christ who know Him and make Him known. Let's see what He does in 2024.